Meta
Dang.
informed staff that layoffs will begin Monday morning in a now leaked memo. So,
They leaking everything over there. I
oh,
mean,
they leak stuff all the time, not just Meta. Like, no, it's so when you think of a leak, you have to think of it's an internal employee go and talk to someone in the news off the like they say, hey, just don't say my name. And so that happens all the time with these big companies. It's almost impossible to keep a secret because somebody's going to leak it out to the news.
right,
And to be honest with you, sometimes they might be the one leaking it out to the news themselves. So if you know how if you think about sports, you know how a narrative or something will come up about a player, and you're like, how did the news? It is sometimes because the team leaked it. They
right,
pretend they didn't, but they did. Like so, like it's all these games that happen, and if you don't understand that some of these things happen, it happens, right? And that's just a part of the game. So high level here, I'm not gonna read through all this, but the key point takeaways is Meta's vice president of human resources told employees yesterday for us, that layoffs will begin next week.
dang.
According to a copy of the memo, US-based employees will be notified on Monday at 5 a.m. PT. Meta intends to lay off 5% of staff or over 3,000 employees.
5%. Wow.
So 5% will be eliminated. And so my question to you is, do you agree with the approach? Uh, at least you know it's coming.
Right. Oh, you mean like of telling them ahead of time?
Yeah,
I
tell
I
them.
I, I agree in that
Uh,
regard. Well, I will say,
but up until that point, though, you like,
eh,
oh, yo, you.
I don't just tell me though. Just tell me though. Like tell me on Friday and say, hey, you may be laid off on Monday. Don't just be like, some of y'all 5%, which I don't know if they did that. They might have.
That's what they're doing.
Okay,
I
I'm
mean,
about to say, as long as they're telling the people that's getting laid off, hey, you
no,
on
no, no, you're not gonna know until Monday.
okay. But I think it's also on also majority of people. I mean, I don't know. I've never been laid off, but I mean, what do you think? I feel like if you know, you would know. You would feel it coming. What do you think?
Mm-mm.
It can just be random. So I'm like, I don't know. I want them to like tell the people that's hey, start looking at stuff over the weekend. Like hey, Friday, hey you.
It don't work like that.
Yeah, it's hard
No.
because what you gonna do? Tell somebody?
Sometimes you might be referencing like if you are on a PIP, performance improvement plan,
Right.
or a low performance, something like that. Yes, you know it's coming. But when it comes to these sweeping layoffs, sometimes some people may fall in the bucket. Some people may fall into they were a high performer and sometimes the company is trying to get rid of mid-level managers because they've hired maybe too many managers and directors, and so they're just leaning out, reducing the cost, and they're doing what Doge is doing, looking around.
Mm,
But you got to think about it. Who's comprised of Doge?
the government. Well, isn't it Elon? Didn't Elon the
There
head
you
of
go.
it?
I was gonna search it so you can look and see for yourself. But yeah, I don't. Is my screen not shared anymore? Is it?
Not yet. No, no.
Okay, good. Yeah. And so it's Elon. What is Elon? What sector does Elon work in? Public or private?
Both.
Government contract. I mean, government, which is public, private, just, like corporations. Now, obviously, they're publicly traded, but in those terms, and so the point is the government is consulting with the businessmen on that's the approach that they're using going and evaluating all these agencies, tying it back to Meta. So Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, these guys are doing an efficiency across the company, a cost cutting efficiency, reducing headcount, and that's just a part of the game. So the reason I went full circle with it, and so that's just what that's just what's happening. And so you would think that it's just low performing, but no, 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 no. I saw it. I saw it. Someone that was crushing it, high performer, and they got swept up in the layoffs. And you see that happens. That's just a part of that is a part of the game. When you are a corporate athlete, that's just a
We
part.
just saw what happened to Luca. I mean, I don't know. Shoot, it's what they say. They come with it.
Yeah, and so that's what comes with it, man. That's just a part of it. But I wanted to talk about that. But man, that's gonna be a long weekend
Yeah.
for people
Okay.
just in
So,
general. So because it's not like, oh no, you're protected, you're protected. It's not that. Like,
right.
it's not that.
I think in that with that context, because like I said, it's hard. Even from an HR perspective, or in it from a security perspective, we're not gonna tell you you're gonna get fired. You got the weekend to just go leak whatever you want. We already got leak problems. Nah, but I think I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard. How do you tell? How do you break up with somebody? Is there an easy way to do it? So I
It's
get
not.
it.
But
All right.
it being open and honest is because sometimes people get totally blindsided where
Yeah.
you coming in on a Monday and you see an invite on your calendar. You like, what's that?
Mm.
And then you go to the list and you see some people on there that you ain't ever seen before, and you hover over their titles and you see their title, you like, oh man, I
Yeah.
know what this is.
Yeah.
And you know, you might as well just brace yourself. That
Offboarding specialist. You like, we have one of those. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it would be that in that term, it would probably just be like HR director or like a human resource business partner or employee relations.
Something important sounding.
Something. If you see somebody like that on the call and you ain't never met with them before, and you might see your manager on the call on there too. Yeah, that's probably what's about to go down. But yeah, man, just so that's just keeping people abreast on what's going on. Obviously, it's a part of it. If a person is being impacted, I just think about when you were making that good money, hopefully being a good steward, of making that good money because I tell you,
Mm.
when you in tech and you making that tech money, six figures and all that good stuff, you can get comfortable and as soon as it's coming in, it's going out. It's coming in, it's going out.